Hello to each and every one of you, and this is going to be the very last and only late nighter for February of 2025. This one here, this one is only going to serve as the continuation, the continuation to conclude the final story of the previous late nighter, because I didn't get to speak it out or share it with all of you, the final part of the story that I wanted to share, because we got disconnected. We got disconnected due to internet connectivity issues, unfortunately. So that's why I couldn't share what I wanted to share in the previous late nighter, and why it finished earlier than it otherwise would have done. So here we are. Heather and Jody and Pamela, hello to you. Heather, this one's not going to last as long, just to say. And thank you for your friendliness when I reached out to you privately. Thank you. Just let you know, we're only going to do about 1 hour 35, 1 hour 45 minutes, something like that, because this one's really just to finish off something that I was going to share in the previous late nighter, which was going to be the only late nighter for this month, but unfortunately, with the internet issues, was what happened, which got me disconnected from the live itself. It obviously it became not possible to share the final part of the story. But hello to Pamela, Demoiselle. What a surprise to see you. Hello, Demoiselle. Hello. I often see you in Trevor and Duchess Blur's live streams, Demoiselle. How are you, my lovely lady? Hello, and hello to Herman and Heidi. Nice to see you. And I wouldn't say hello without giving you a great big, tightly handheld hug to you, my lovely Pamela. Hello to Braveheart. Cuddles and hellos to Braveheart. You know. And yes, it was talking about a fantasized daydream. I hadn't quite completely finished off the story, but I shared some parts of it, but it was shared in the previous late nighter. But honestly, I laughed myself embarrassed in the previous one. I naturally laughed myself embarrassed. Honestly, I really, really laughed myself embarrassed. I mean, laughing myself embarrassment to the point of blushing bright red. I think that's the first time, for those of you who saw it at the time, I think that was the first time you'd seen me ever blush bright red because of laughing in embarrassment. Oh, no, I mean, I don't know how I'm going to live with myself with this fantasized daydream of mine, but I mean, I am going to live with it, but it's going to take some getting used to. Pamela, you should have seen previous late nighter whilst it was live. I was laughing myself, embarrassed to the point of blushing bright red, out of skeleton bones. To the bare skeleton bones, I blushed bright red for laughing in embarrassment, Pamela, because of a fantasized daydream I had. It was a great fantasy. Thank you, Heather. Yes, Heather witnessed me talking about it. By the way, Pamela, Heather witnessed and heard everything, so she'd be able to tell you, and she saw everything, so she'd be able to tell you that she saw me blushing bright red for laughing myself out of embarrassment. That is. Oh, and Dawn Marie is here. Hello, lovely Dawn Marie. Hello, I got your comment. Thank you for the kindly comment, Dawn Marie. I gave a great idea. Oh, thank you, Hailey. Thank you. Heard good things about my podcast with Sapper. Plan to watch it. It was live. How we did it, Pamela, was we live streamed it. It was a live stream broadcast, but it's watchable on replay. And Trevor and I did one that's watchable on replay. But I'm only going to do 1 or 2 podcast broadcasts a month, to tell you something, Pamela. It's only going to be comprised of 1 or 2 per month. And for those who miss it when it's live, it's certainly no trouble because it'll be watchable on replay. Howdy, howdy, Zeph. Howdy, howdy, and hugs always. Zeph, you missed a fantasized daydream story that I was talking about, and I'm here to finish it off and conclude the daytime story. No, the fantasized daydream story I had. Oh, I mean, and I laughed myself blushing bright red out of embarrassment. I was embarrassment out of bare skeleton bones, out of rosy red blushing embarrassment, I must say, Zeph. You know. And hello, Sally. Hello. Oh, Sally, I can't tell you how wonderful I feel. Um, I laughed myself embarrassed, blushing rosy red out of embarrassment to the bare bones and on a recent live stream of mine because of opening up and openly expressing out of sincerest openness about a fantasized daydream I had. Just to say, Sally, honestly, no, but I quite liked, though I liked the fantasized daydream I had, it was an embarrassment opening up about it. Maureen, hello, Maureen MacD. Hello to you, my lovely. Hello, and hugs and cuddles. And always hugs and cuddles in return to lovely Pamela and lovely Heather and Sally and Zeph, Hailey and all, and Dawn Marie. But you're in pain. Can't settle for pain and such things. Then up pops me. No hugs to you always, Dawn Marie, but sorry if you're in pain, my lovely. No, but Dawn Marie, you missed. I think you'd probably find it quite funny, but to me, it was an embarrassment when I finally opened up about it. Oh. Oh. But some fantasized daydreams, I personally believe, are worth having. I'd certainly think so. Sun just went down here, just came in from picking up all the flags at the community centre you put out for President's Day today. Really, it was President's Day? Oh, I didn't realise. All part of life, all good fun. Couldn't agree with you more, Herman. Certainly couldn't agree with you more. Thank you. Thank you, Jody. Thank you. The continued story. You know. No, but as most of you know, it was about the fantasized daydream that I had. It was after David and I visited the Seafood Museum together earlier this month in February of 2025. I fantasized that myself, that I took Wanda's granddaughter, Sophie, to the Seafood Museum, where we had explored it for about a good 2.5 hours, in the same way David and I explored it for a good 2.5 hours. And then once the day's over, once we finished exploring Seafood Museum, I mean, we both walk along the seafood seafront one sunny evening, with arms wrapped round the shoulders as we're walking along the seafront together, whilst walking on our way back to the Seafood Railway Station and all that. And there we are at the Seafood Railway Station, waiting for the train and all that. And once we get to Seafood Railway Station, we're sitting on the bench next to each other, happily talking about the museum explorations and things, with many laughs and much affection while sat on the bench together. And then before long, our train arrives and we have to board and all that. So, so what a story. What a story. And let's say Sophie and I, we'd run into each other at Lewis railway station first before we continue off to Seafood. Then we get out at the Seafood railway station and then off we go, walking our way to the Seafood Museum itself, in which I would be telling her where to go, but we're both walking holding hands as we do it. And that's quite the fantasized daydream that I've had. oh, oh, goodness, how am I going to live with myself with a fantasized daydream like that? Oh, my. And one of you said, don't forget the meal out after the Seafood Museum. Well, I'm just not sure where we would have the meal out. They don't have so many restaurants in Seafood. They have a few, but not so many. And they're only open on certain days. But there are a few pubs in Seafood for pub meals and things and all that. And they have a few pubs and restaurants in Lewis, but it's just a matter of finding the right one. Especially if you're taking a lady there. You love my laugh. Oh, thank you, Pamela. Jodie, you were laughing at. I'm a bit embarrassed opening up about. No, but it's a nice fantasized daydream and all that. No, but it's lucky for me. It's lucky for me, Heine, that Wanda and Sophie don't embarrass so easily. It's lucky for me that they don't embarrass so easily. Oh, I didn't realize. I only just found out it was Happy President's Day, but I didn't realize it was the Canada Family Day. Little did I realize this. So happy Canada Day to all in Canada, particularly to you, Heather and Jodie. Heather and Jodie, happy Canada Day. And of course, Harriet too, in her absence. Yes, I know, the 30 centimeters of snow. Still shoveling it, Heather. Oh my, must be too cold for you. It'd certainly be too cold for me, I'll tell you that. But obviously it had to be done, didn't it? No, but one thing I did want to share to continue the story, not just the missing parts of the fantasized daydream, but yesterday a flag was over, was 60 years old. Ah. No, but to share the remainders of the story I wanted to share, I actually find it quite not only not badly astonishing, but nicely astonishing that there's a girl of a similar age to me, slightly younger that is, who likes arts and history museums and and appreciates older past times from, like, say, several decades ago. And astonished me as it might, or astonish anyone as it might, she felt as though she should have been born 100 plus years ago in arts and things. And I too, like Wanda's granddaughter, I very much have an appreciation and love for history and artistry and arts of several kinds too. So I never could have once thought this about the lovely Wanda's granddaughter, Sophie. And I find that quite touching personally, because I don't know anybody over the age of 20 who loves history in the same way that I love and appreciate history, history museums or art museums of artistry of several kinds. I had little realization. I mean, I hardly know anybody my age and over who hasn't such an appreciation for those things. The only people I know who do very much like those things are those generally people over my age. But it's lovely. It's really lovely to have recently learned from lovely Wanda that her granddaughter shares a similar interest to me regarding museum types, and we both have a thing in common for a love and affinity towards eating seafood meals and things. So it is quite touching in a way, and it's also lovely, that I found out about somebody similar age to me who likes some of the things I like. We may not like every. There are obviously some things we obviously is inevitably going to like different things, other things that are different to our interests too. But there are some things that we've got in common that we very much like and all that. I heard about it, Maureen. Awful, awful tragedy. Terrible tragedy. 9 injured, 3 critically. I heard, Heather, I've heard. And I heard it came from Minnesota. Oh, yes. I think she's due to head over to England later this month, Heather. According to Wanda, that is. I mean, I don't know if we will run into each other or not, but if we do, it would just be marvelous. It would be marvelous if Sophie and I ran into each other. Obviously, it would be beyond our control if we didn't, but if we did, it would be a marvelous moment. Maria, I just saw you, lovely Maria. Maria Scartozzi. Hello to you, my lady. My apologies for my slow acknowledgement of you, but hello to you always. No, I know, John Marie, I know that. I know I'll never find anyone who likes 100% of what you watch or what I like. But that's where compromise comes in. You are only too right, Dorbury. You are only too right there. This is only as truth has things, Dorbury, and you couldn't have expressed it more clearly enough. Oh, I think, oh, Sophie, unquestionably, I think unquestionably Sophie would make a fantastic friend, Pamela. I think she unquestionably would make a fantastic friend. Oh, and Julia's here. Hello to you, Julia. Hiya, Julia. You always have the good hiya to all. Julia, a respectable former nurse, that is. A respectable former nurse who worked on psychiatric wards at a certain point in her life for over 11 years, working on a psychiatric ward in a psychiatric hospital. I don't know where she did it, but it was somewhere in Australia where she worked bloody 11 plus years, the psychiatric wards dealing with the mentally ill. I hope so too, Maria. I certainly hope so too. No, if we run into each other, Maria, that'd be wonderful. If not, never mind. But I do hope we'll run into each other, um, for while she's over, but we just got to see when it fits in with the two of us. That's the main thing. I do hope so too, Maureen. And actually, can I tell you something, Maureen, and Maria too? Sophie has personally taken an interest in me because it was her lovely grandmother, Wanda, who introduced my content to her. And and the moment she got introduced to my content, she was like, she saw what I looked like, and she said, if she got the chance, I'd be dated by her. Oh, that was flattering, actually, Eric. She even went as far as to consider me. She even went as far to consider me as dashing. Oh my goodness, what a compliment! No, compromise and compassion and understanding is comes at vital, utmost importance for happy marriage, especially if it's especially if it's after 40 years of marriage. Pamela, you certainly could not have explained it better enough. I am a very dashing, kind, and a very respectful young man. Thank you, Heather. Thank you for saying I look dashing. I think that's the first time anybody's ever considered me dashing. Yes, and trust in the marriage. Dawn Marie couldn't have put that betterly as well. You couldn't have got that more right, Dawn Marie. And Pamela, since she's been married over 40 years herself, she'd be able to explain the forthright importance of compromise, compassion, and understanding in marriage and marriage years, given, for the marriage and all that. You're supposed to be flying to Virginia. Wow. Is that where your son's located, Pamela? I mean, I forgot to ask you, is it your son or your daughter who's located over in Virginia? Because I've forgotten. I've forgotten. I mean, the son who gives you always the great big bear hug and rests his chin on your head. It must be a strong bear hug he gives you. Even though you're muscular yourself, as you've said before, I imagine strong and muscular that is. I imagine your son gives a very strong hug if it's a big bear hug. But I just don't know whether it's your son or daughter who lives over in Virginia, and I've forgotten, unfortunately. Oh, thank you, Maureen. Thank you. I've met many girls. Oh no, what happened to your back, Heather? Hope your back's all right. But do enjoy your nice hot bath, won't you? Ta-ta for now. Ta-ta for now. Oh, Wanda's here. Hello. No, and hugs to you, Heather. Hugs to Wanda. Hello to you, Wanda. Love to you and Sophie always. And Wanda, I've nearly completely concluded the story. I mean, this one, Wanda, this episode here, the previous late nighter was going to be the one and only late nighter, Wanda, but this one here is to serve as the continuation of the story that I was going to conclude regarding the fantasized daydream I had, but I didn't get the chance to finish it off in the previous live stream because of the internet issues and when I got disconnected yesterday due to internet issues. I don't either, Dawnbury, I don't either. So that's the purpose of this one. And this one, Wanda, it won't last as long. We're only gonna do about we're only gonna do about 1 hour 30, 1 hour 45 minutes, something like that. Hello, Shelley. Hello. Yes, Wanda, who's in here now. Maria, that is Sophie's grandmother. Yes. Yes, indeed she is. Indeed she is. Thank you, Jody. Thank you for your kindly friendliness towards Wanda. No, I'm fond of Wanda. I'm very dearly fond of Wanda. And I do take a fond likeness to her granddaughter. Not only, I mean, before one asks, um, I think the why I've taken the fondness in lovely Sophie is because some of the nice things she said towards me. She said some very nice and lovely things about me. and that's it's a nice thing to receive and a flattering thing to receive some nice compliments from a girl and the boy to receive the compliments from the girl. It's a nice, it sort of showcases the kindly beginnings to either a good friendship or potential romance. That's what it always does in one way or another. More or less, Wanda, yes, I've more or less finished. I mean, I finished the story about 5-10 minutes ago, something like that. I did conclude it, but then I shared some other things and all that. No, and before you ask, Wanda, yes, yes, I did laugh myself embarrassed again, unfortunately. No, but one thing I can tell you, Wanda, I know for a fact now, since you assuredly did tell me, that yourself and your lovely Sophie don't offend or embarrass so easily, as far as I know. Oh, don't worry, Maria, don't worry about missing it. And hello to Sherry. I'm quite all right, hoping you're well. Freezing here, temps are extreme bloody hell. Not surprised about this regarding Minnesota. Cold, cold, cold are the Minnesotan winters. Sherry is Minnesota. Just to say, Jody, Sherry is Minnesota. No, but I concluded the fantasized daydream story, Wanda, regarding the Seafood Museum fantasized daydream. I finished with that. That's what I finished with, Wanda. And I think there was another one I did have. Um, even before the Seafood Museum, I actually had another one. But, oh, jeez. Oh, you're on your way to the cardiologist, Jody. Oh, no, what's happened to you? I hope you're all right, my lovely Jody. Julia. Hoping you're okay, Julia. But do have a good appointment at the cardiologist. I hope everything goes. Thank you for wishing Julia well. Damien, I think that's Julia's son. Maureen, I think. Wanda, yes, now I'm seeing. Yes, okay, I'm just reading what Wanda says. I'll get you in a moment, John Marie. Uh, Here is something funny. Sophie said Nan, who is going to formally introduce us. She is a bit old-fashioned. I said, you should go up to him and introduce yourself. You will listen to on the replay. Not to worry, Wanda, not to worry. No, but don't worry about missing it. Don't worry. Can we see the picture behind me? Picture behind me. I don't think it's a picture. Squinting, trying to get a sneaky look. You move art. Oh, Sophie's sounds marvelous. No, she said some very nice things about me, Maria. Very nice, flattering things that I've taken quite well to, and all that. That's something I could tell you. No, don't worry, I will keep well, but do have a good cardiologist appointment. Um, Julie, I hope the cardiologist appointment works out okay. Oh, I would certainly think so, Pamela. I'd certainly think so. No, but the fantasized daydream, particularly the Seafood Museum one, that was a bit. Oh, goodness, certainly did I laugh myself embarrassed. No, but I think the next fantasized daydream, it was before David and I did the Seafood Museum. Um, ooh. The next fantasized daydream. Oh, would I? It was trying to remember what was it. Think think she's quite keen on history. Natural History Museum. I think something like that. Because I never once could have known she was into history until Wanda did tell me so. And it was only recently that I found out that that lovely Sophie wished she was born in a time over 100 years before hers. No, no, but I did have another fantasized daydream before the Seafood Museum when I take Sophie out to the Natural History Museum in Greater London. But then I did think carefully before actually openly, expressly talking about it, because I was like, is she into natural history or not? I don't know. But I have to say, no, but I would certainly take her to the Seafood Museum if it appealed to her interest. But if it's, and since she's into the history and art museums, I think it'd be without a doubt we'd one day be going to what? The Natural History Museum. I think it'd be without questionable doubt. Oh, I think with this one, we'd probably be spending more than 2.5 hours there. Oh. No, well, let's say it's quite a great many hours we spend at the Natural History Museum. A nice day outing and all that. And things. Really, Sophie can make you laugh. She said, Nan, I wish we were born at the same time period, and we should have enjoyed all your daring adventures together. Spent hours debating everything. She loves antiques. I like older antiques too. I particularly like old mugs, old cutlery, old plates and things, and older clothes and all that. I'm a true. Oh, thank you, Pamela. Thank you. Any young lady would enjoy an outing with me. Oh, thank you. Oh, thank you. I would have to see. I would have to see. Obviously, I'd need to be careful because I wouldn't want to upset lovely Sophie. Last thing I'd want is being a complete turn off for her. Even though she's taken a vested interest in me, last thing I'd want is being a complete turn off for her. No, but I've concluded the Seaford Museum story, but obviously Wanda would watch it on the replay because I've just shared. And but the Natural History Museum, well, Sophie and I, we spent hours looking at many Natural History Museum exhibits and things. Although, because it's the Greater London setting, it sort of comes at a forthright utmost priority for me to look out for lovely Sophie. I'd be, oh, all I want for you, I hate to sound overprotective, but I wouldn't want to see you hurt. But do be safe, won't you? I would have said those sorts of things about lovely Sophie, but I'd be careful how often I would say that, because I wouldn't want to hurt her saying those kinds of things. Sometime later this week, Maria, sometime later this week, apparently. She even thought you said something similar, Wanda, didn't you? You said to me I was the perfect gentleman any mother would want for their daughter to marry. She loved yes, I remember that part. She loved my sense of humor and compassion for others. No, that was very nice of Sophie to have said so. Oh gosh. I hope we're not talking. I think we're nearly talking. No, but one thing I can say, obviously I've said it quite a good few times before, is when the twinkle goes out of my eyes for the ladies, I'll turn up my toes and die. True that, Herman, true that. No, I know you raised a son, Pamela, and I know that. Your son who gives you the great big bear hug to the point where he can rest his chin on your head. Wanda's granddaughter is very perceptive. Couldn't agree with you more, Maureen. Certainly couldn't agree with you more. Couldn't agree with you more, Hyde. You know. But if one asks, am I up for a nice museum outing? I mean, I'm on a nice weekend. I'm certainly all for a nice outing with Sophie. I'm all for it on a nice weekend, and I all for a nice Saturday or Sunday outing with lovely Sophie. I'm all in for it. I mean, I'm all in for it. Oh, really? No, I know that. Oh, yes, no, now I just remembered. But reading what you said, Wanda, her Uncle Bet got her a suite at the Savoy Hotel, and that does not sit well. Oh, really? Oh, gosh. Well, with Sophie, she said, I do not need your help planning or paying for me to stay at any fancy place. Oh, gosh. Oh, wow. No, wow, she's certainly quite. Wow, she's certainly got strong views, I must admit. She's got very strong views. Oh, do have a good dog walk, won't you? But don't worry, an independent young lady. I, I too, I'm someone who generally likes to do things on my own and sort things out on my own. It's the best way forward in the early stages of your early adult life and all that, you know. It's a first meeting. I think we need to take a step back and not jump any guns. Let's hope it is a jolly good and fun-filled meeting. Thank you for wishing me well, Dominic. If it happens, I'll be talking. I will let all of you know. If it happens, all of you will be told. If it doesn't, then again, obviously, I would explain it. I would obviously be explaining as to whether it would or wouldn't happen. Oh, really, Pamela? You did teach your son to be a gentleman. When he was dating in high school and college, the mothers of his dates would call you to thank you for doing a great job raising him, made you feel really good. I could imagine. I could well and truly imagine. He's obviously got a nice wife now. Hasn't he's got a nice wife now, hasn't he, Pamela? If I dare might ask you. I love that too, an independent young lady. I love that too, Pamela. But the boy should give at least some contribution to help with with the young girl and all that. And in case Wanda wanted to know regarding Seafood Museum, fortunately it's not too hard. It's not too hard to get to Seafood from London. How one gets to Seafood from London, you'd have to go from London Victoria to Lewis, get out at Lewis, and then get the train from Lewis to Seafood. And that's how and that's how one gets to Seafood. And obviously Sophie wouldn't know how to get to Seafood Museum. I'm not saying anything rude or discriminatory saying so, but I would obviously I would take her to it. If she wanted to go, that is. I would lead the way to take her to it. Exactly. No, you said before. You've said before, Wanda, that Sophie's uncle Bert is a multi-millionaire, a yearly salary of almost 2 million a year. I know you've said before. The place is for the rich. Sophie said she would be happy staying in a B&B. Oh, well done, Sophie. Well done, lovely Sophie. Closing the car door, helping on with her coat, walking on the street side of the sidewalk. All of those little things aren't noticed by ladies. But one thing I can say, Pamela, I'm happy learning your son has a lovely wife. I'm happy learning so. Hello to Isabella. Hello, lovely Isabella. Do hope the dog walk works out all right, Jody. Sophia's worked hard to earn scholarships and bursaries. Well done, Sophie. No, I couldn't agree with you more. Certainly couldn't agree with you more. Dawn Marie, indeed. Sounds like a real catch, couldn't I think you're going to give me the giggles, Pamela. You're certainly going to give me the giggles. And speaking of cafes, Dawn Marie, there is a cafe at Lewis Railway Station. No, 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 she hasn't, Maria, no. But not to worry, not to worry. Don't worry, no, I would take it very easily. I would take it very steadily, Pamela. No, I would take it very, very steadily and carefully. Oh, Wanda, now I'm just seeing this. She did not like her Uncle Bat controlling any part of her trip. She took a small amount for her university, but would not allow him to pay for everything. Wow, she's certainly got quite the fighting independence there. Well done, Sophie. No, I normally like to figure out a trip myself, generally. I don't mind to collaborate with a few friends or family to do a trip, but normally I'd normally like to do the final planning on my own. It's the best way forward, really, to plan a trip on your own and all that. I mean, certainly seek advice. It's always a good thing to do, seek advice. But I've always found the best way forward is to plan a trip on your own. But seek advice. I mean, one doesn't have to follow it, but certainly don't throw it out of the window or anything like that. This is exciting. But Pamela, do be assured, if the time comes, I cannot say for certain it will happen, but if it does happen, if we run into one another, because I can't say it's going to happen or not, but if we do, I will be taking everything very, very steadily. No, any date, I mean, because I've never dated before, so I'm going to take it steadily and easy. I may have conversed with a few girls before, but I never dated the girls who I conversed with, so I'll be taking that one very steadily. I bet she could learn. I bet I could learn from her and she could learn from me. This is certainly a good point, well shared. The thatched in pub. The thatched in Wanda, that's Hassocks. The thatched inn is in Hassocks. It's quite hard to get there, but I'd have to walk. I'd show her that way. That's Hassocks. The thatched inn is not seafood. That's Hassocks. To tell you something, Wanda. Oh, it's a very nice and enchanted, very quaint little pub that is. If it is where you have a quiet conversation. I mean, no, no, but if that's where she'd like to go, I'd be happy to take her there. Although it would mean you went there. You went to the Thatched Inn pub in Essex, really, Wanda? Oh, wow. Oh, wow. The thatched in Essex, just to let you know. No, you said before she's never dated either. Sounds like I have the perfect attitude. Thank you, Pamela. Thank you. And hello to Avis. Hello, I'm quite well. Laughed myself embarrassed about a fantasized daydream I had. But other than that, I'm extremely well. Something potentially exciting could be happening in the fairly near future, but I can't guarantee it's going to happen or not. But if it does, honestly, would it be an exciting and joyous moment if it happens? Oh, do I like to dance? I have actually tried dancing to some fairground organ music, Wanda. It's not brilliant, but I have danced every time I've heard an organ playing at the steam rally events I've gone to, but they generally don't take place until around about the summertime. Most of the steam rally events that I'm known to annually attend. But I always dance whenever I hear an organ. I just cannot help but dance to an organ. I think before long I'm probably going to get better at the dancing. This is true, Pamela. Yes. No, I did, Maria. Yes, I did post a picture of me at the Thatched Inn pub, holding a pint of beer. Thatched Inn's enchanted. Thatched Inn is a lovely, quaint little place. You had to, you had to learn about 25 dances from different countries. It was a subject in your school. Wow. Yes, that's true for that. True that, Dominic. Yes, true that. I think it's been around a very long time, the Thatched Inn. That's my guess. I mean, it looked very old when I saw it on the outside, but I'm definitely going to go again. I mean, very enchanted, very quaint little place. And very greatly quaint little place. And a wonderful, lovely place. I mean, and it's interesting learning Sophie's interested in this place. I, for one, will take her there. No, I'm not saying that, Wanda. I was just fascinated in interest, saying that when you said you had to learn 25 dances from different countries, I was just fascinated in interest. And I was only talking legitimately about about the Thatched Inn pub in Essex. No, I know she's teasing. No, I love Wanda, Pamela. I do love Wanda. And she's very good. You've got great humor, Wanda. Good teasing humor. I think I could just tease with Wanda any day. I really could. I think I could probably tease. I don't know if Sophie's good at teasing or not, but I think I could put up a good tease or two with lovely Sophie. Oh, God. No, but thanks to that, I couldn't thank Sophie enough. I couldn't thank Sophie enough for the compliment she said about me, especially which really did touch me, when she said that I was dashing. What the? Oh, sorry, the torch went out. Uh, uh, Oh, yeah. No, Wanda is fun. She's lovely, and she's lovely. Keep the teasing all in good fun. We will. We certainly will, Avis. But if you've got to go, do take care. Ta-ta for now. Hello, Sloth. Hello. Had to learn all the dances of the world too. Remember doing a Greek dance on stage. I've never done a Greek dance. The dancing I've done, Pamela, especially when it came to Steam Rally event attending, hearing an organ play and all that. There were sort of it was self-taught dancing that I taught myself to do. No, but I don't think I've ever done foreign dancing. I don't think. No. Swing dancing. I haven't heard that one. The swing dancing coleslaw. Not that I've heard. No, no, but we were talking about something oh, quite dearly enchanted. The sun ain't gonna shine any. Herman. We were talking about something quite dearly enchanted. Coleslaw. Oh, and there was a fantasized daydream that I had in recent times. Coleslaw. Very, very nice fantasized daydream. Although I laughed myself embarrassed when opening up about it. Really? Your husband and yourself took swing dance lessons once? Impressive, Pamela. Impressive. Swing dancing class. Oh, have to watch. Have to watch on replay. Marie is right there, Coleslaw. You certainly need to watch it on replay. You had to learn about new. Oh, what the heck is going on? Wanda. Yes, now I'm just reading Wanda. He had to learn about new country geography, learn the language, cook their food, and put on a skit with people from those countries. Very, very, very interesting there. Extremely interesting. Very interesting, Wanda. Extremely interesting. Laurie, hello. Yes, I am up. Oh, you cheeky Maureen. Oh, Laurie. Oh, but Laurie. Oh, Laurie. No, it's nice that you're protectively looking out for me. Ah, thank you for protectively looking out for me. And just to say, Wanda, I would protectively look out for your Sophie, if I could. I mean, independent, strongly independent as she might be, um, I mean, independent in forthright, strong will as she might be, I would always try and look out protectively for her, but I wouldn't do it in a way that could hurt her. I wouldn't want to do it in that way. Oh, and hello to Alice. Hello. Yes, no, Wanda, got another thing to say. Also had to learn 4 other languages, but not including what we spoke at home. Hated going to Switzerland to a all-girls finishing school. Oh, gosh. Oh gosh, wow. 4 other languages. Very impressive. Impressively interesting. No, really, very impressively interesting information you've had to share, I must say, Wanda. Went to an all-girls school as well, Pamela, really? Wow. No, I couldn't agree with you more, Maria. Certainly is brilliant from Wanda. Very brilliant indeed. Alice, I think she's had a few busy concerts in recent times and had been careful about certain things. I don't know, but I know she had a few concerts about a month or two ago. Jodie, something like that. I need to, sorry, excuse me a moment because I've got to sort something out because torch is on low battery. Right, what? Oh dear. Gotta get it charged up. Sorry. Wait a moment. Right. Sorry about that. Okay. There you are. Oh! Well, that didn't hold well. There, now that's better. Had to charge up the phone torch. Oh, jeez, my eyes. That's better now. That's better. You liked being at an all-girls school, but was glad we had a boys' school next door. Had 3 more coming up, and we memorized the music. You've lost the plot, as you Brits say. That's what's happened when you come. That's what happened when you come late. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Alice. I've oh God. Oh, Maria, you are funny, aren't you? You are just funny. Oh. Well, it is Sophie who has taken an interest in me, Maria. To get the point established, it was her who's taken an interest in me to get something established, Maria. Sophie is an easy girl to get along with. She is not fussy or fancy. No, I'd only believe that. I'd believe that only too greatly well. I'd believe that, Wanda, only far too greatly well. She is ever much a lady. She wants to rent a car and learn to drive on the opposite side of the road. Yes. No, I know she's ever much a lady. No. No, Laurie, no. Laurie, she'll be, I think she's going to be 23 this month, and I'm 24 in June of this year. So we're similar age, Sophie and I. We're similar age, to tell you something. Were you a naughty girl, Pamela? Oh, Alice, you cheeky girl. They called me goody two shoes, but you'll never tell. Oh, Pamela. Gosh, you are a wonder, aren't you? No, she's not in England at the moment, but at some stage going to be heading over, Lottie. She's going to be heading over. No, I don't have a girlfriend. No. No, don't think she's in England. But she's going to be heading over, Maria. Thought I might tell you. But at the end of, I think it's the end of this week, as far as I'm certain. I don't know how long she'll be over in England for, Laurie, that's the thing. I don't know. But I'm certain, as far as I'm aware, it's going to be later this week. As far as I'm certain. Remotely certain, that is. Oh, Penny Jonas. Hello to Penny Jonas. Can't stay, but wanted to stop by and say hello. Oh, thank you, Maria. Thank you for your kind endearments towards Alice. Thank you. As does I too. As does I too. You might be heading over to England soon, Alice, really? Oh, wow. Normally going around about April, May, June time, Alice, something like that. You generally do get some sunny weather in June. Weather is very complex. Weather's very complex in England. All season, it's very complex, Alice. Sometimes you can get some very cold and rainy days all year round. It's very complex weather. But June is generally nice, but sometimes, to tell you one things, Alice, all month round, all season round, the weather's very complex. I skipped over your comment. I was only trying to answer your comment, what is a good month? What month is good for the weather? You wish you were travelling to England too, didn't you, Pamela? No, I think you said before some months ago and all that. Your mother wanted to put me in a convent after 2 all-girls schools. She had finished volunteering for IG. You're certainly hitting on quite the laughs with Dawn Marie, Pamela, aren't you? Oh, actually, Pamela, I did get one done featuring Hastings It might interest you. It was a nature reserve. But there was something, Penny, I missed. Your son lives in Leeds. How interesting, Penny. How interesting. Now, wait a moment. I'm going to send a video for Pamela to watch. I'm going to send it right now. Okay. Okay. No. Right. Okay, I'm going to get it sent. Fall is nice in spring. Fall is a bit cold. It gets a bit cold in the fall. Ideally, spring or summer is the nice time to come to England. Okay, right, now. Okay, gonna get it sent. I've got the link up. Yeah, nature. Okay, got it sent now. The video is sent now for you, Pamela. No, that's a point. That's a point. I think spring would be ideal. Maybe spring. No, spring would be ideal, Alice. Summer it can get a bit expensive and it's quite touristy, but spring would be ideal. Leeds, UK, more likely. Oh, Wanda was saying something to Sophie. Sophie is attending a medical school in British Columbia. I do know that, but has been invited to meet up with 4 different hospitals, connected medical schools. Couple, plenty of doctors in her family. Wanda, the next inspirational live stream will be the 20th of February of 2025. I'm just going to check the time now when it's going to be happening. Okay, if you bear with me a moment, Wanda. Do excuse me, my lovely. Okay. 8:25 p.m. UK time. 8:25 p.m. UK time is the next inspirational live stream, but on the 18th of February, I am doing a live stream, but there are a few upsetting circumstances as to why it's taking place and happening. The 18th of February 2025. That's when I'm next going to be live, but I won't be live for very long. You know, just to say, and all that, Wanda, but it's going to be the next live really happening outside of inspirational live streams would be 18th of February 2025 at 6 p.m. UK time, but I'm not going to do it for very long. I think I'm only going to do it for about 40 odd minutes or so, something like that. So, really, not a long time. But the inspirational live stream, it should be happier than the one on the Tuesday. I mean, if it answers your questioning, that is, Wanda. No, but was there something you wanted to share with me, Wanda, on the next live stream? Oh, Shane. Shane, okay. Shane, right. No, I do know that. No, I do know that, Wanda. I know you're not leading me anywhere. I know that. Oh, have you got to go? Ta-ta for now, Penny. Ta-ta for now. I do know you're not leading me anywhere, Wanda. I'm certainly aware of that. I'm quite well aware. Right, Shane. No, but Wanda, you were asking when am I next going live stream? When am I next live streaming? I'll write it down. I'll write it down. I am aware you've got hearing difficulty, Wanda, so I'll write it down for you. Oh, really, Wanda? Someone suggested or hinting you was leading me. No, you did not do anything to hurt me. Wanda, I can assure you, you would never do anything to hurt me. I know you would never hurt me one little bit. Yes, Pamela, you couldn't have explained it more correctly enough. You couldn't have explained this more correctly enough. We all know Wanda's heart. I know your heart very much. You know, you've got a very good heart to all of us, Wanda. And you're always very, very lovingly kind to all of us. Certainly me. Especially when you said all the nice things about about me. And the nice things your lovely Sophie um said to me. And actually, I'm really quite looking forward to running into your lovely Sophie. I'm very much looking forward to it. Oh, I hope I've not caused her to upset to anybody. I really hope not. But can I thank Alice particularly and all of you for reassuring Wanda? Sophie is honoured to be considered for a position within the medical field. I couldn't, I wouldn't be surprised. And I'm very proud for your Sophie, Wanda. I'm well and truly proud for your Sophie, big time. I'm certainly well and truly proud for her indeed. Certainly is congratulations to our Sophie indeed. A lot of typos typing on the phone. Oh gosh. Hmm. Not sure if I should send it or not, but I was going to send something, so as a way for. Oh, she loves joking around. I wouldn't be surprised. I meant in the London area, none of her friends in class got invites to London, but some did in other places. Just likes everyone to be happy and healthy. I mean, I could imagine since she's going for the doctor's degree. No, your Sophie is wonderful. Your Sophie is wonderful in every way. I mean, like you, I couldn't be more proud for your Sophie. Now, I was going to send something regarding how Sophie could get in touch with me. Wondered if she so wanted to. But dangerous as it might be, uh, dangerous as it might be, I'd only leave it out very quickly and then delete it straight away afterwards. Oh, have you got to go? Ta-ta for now, Pamela. Ta-ta for now. Ta-ta for now. Oh, no. Thank you for your advice, Pamela. Thank you. Oh, have you got to go? Ta-ta for now. Alice, it's certainly a pleasure. It's certainly a pleasure. Do have a good quiet um have a good choir rehearsal. Don't think she is. No. Don't think she is. No, I would do it privately. I certainly will, Pamela. I certainly will indeed. No, I'm not going to send it publicly. I won't send it publicly. That would be dangerous. Hello to Hilvy. Hello to you. Oh, things are all right, thank you. But do have a good. Hope all works out okay. For the barn work. Hope the barn work works out all right, Pamela. Pamela certainly does, Laurie. Yes, she certainly does indeed. Oh, no, I've got the ticket. I've got the idea now. I've got the idea now. To send a link to other social media. You homeschooled her up until grade 11. When she was 13, she finished grade 2 high school, so she started university. No, I've got a better idea. I've got a better idea, Wanda. I've got a better idea now. Not necessarily, Laurie, no. One doesn't have to necessarily download an app regarding Discord. You had your ID stolen using Facebook. Oh dear. Oh dear. Never used it since. Okay. But my goodness, I never realized, I mean, that is a real nightmare for one to have their ID stolen using Facebook. Not only is that a real nightmare, but it's, that is terrible. That is well and truly terrible. It's awful. When you are the last living sibling and no older aunties or uncles, it is hard to prove your ID, who have dual citizenship, so it sucks. They make it so hard to get your birth certificate and personal. I can only imagine. I can only well and truly imagine, Wonder. Well and truly so. Papers. You had to hire a lawyer to go before a judge, both in Canada and and the UK. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Time check. No, we're going to be finishing fairly shortly, Jody. We're going to be finishing fairly shortly. Now, my apologies if I seemed rather silent. My apologies if I seemed very silent. Just to say, oh, hello momentarily to Casey, but yes, just to let you know, live streams, it's adults only. Just to say, Casey. But good night, but just to tell you, this is an adults only zone for live stream. I have no problems with younger viewerships watching certain content and giving a comment, but live streams, it's not the place. It's not the place for younger viewerships under the age of 18. Just to say, Casely, that's a big change I've had to make. Yes, sorry, Casely, this is an adult chat. Unfortunately, adult chat. Unfortunately. Sleep well, Casely. No. Sorry if I seem very silent. You was helping a disabled lady get in your van. She was in a wheelchair. It was freezing. a group of young men ran around your van, pushed you, and grabbed your purse and ran off. Now you only carry cash. Oh dear. Oh dear. That is frightening. That is awful. That is very frightening and awful. No, that is scary, frightening. That is very, very scary, frightening indeed. I mean, that's frightening. You had a home invasion, that was worse. I wouldn't be surprised. I'm clearly not surprised. That is frightening. That's well and truly frightening in every way. Wanda has quite the bad luck. I couldn't agree with you more. I certainly couldn't agree with you more on that. You do not scare easily. You have a few weapons of your choice, but will not say what they are. But I will be not. But I will not be harassed in the future. Well done, you. Well done for having that strong determination and strong-willed attitude. Yes, good for Wanda indeed. You cannot remember your password for Discord. Is there a way to get it back? Yes, I think there is. You need to put in likely you've forgotten your password. You can click you've forgotten your password and they'll send you an email. Then you can check the email that will say you've forgotten your password if you have, and then it will take you through somewhere that will where you can just put in a password you'll be able to remember. Just to say, Wanda. Oh no. Oh no, Jody. Yes, I know. Well and truly so. Yes, I know. No, but just let you know, it'll be if you see a forgotten password, click at the forgotten password. You'll be directed somewhere. Spring and spring gardens. Yes, longing for the spring season now. The spring and summer. Definitely try that. Definitely try that, Wanda. In a deep freeze for the week. Oh dear. Oh dear. No, I'm thinking of spring and spring gardens too. I could imagine so, Jody, yes. Oh, is anything all right, Wanda? Do hope all's okay. Do hope all's all right. Hope it's not too much what I've suggested to you. Your story or experience didn't get any empathy. Oh dear. What story did we miss? Oh, you had an awful feeling. You had a knife on you way back in college when you was renting a room in a ice couple's place, but they weren't home, and this weird guy rented another room too knocked. That's a nice way to look at it, Wanda. Certainly a nice way to look at it. Just challenging experiences with idiots. One man who struck me with the bat was a judge's son, and the other was a police officer, spoiled brat. They got 2 years. Well done, them. What did Maria say? It was years ago, but it was scary and you was lucky. No, so sorry about your experience, Lottie. Frightening, frightening experience. Oh. But how are you getting on with the Discord, Wonder? I mean, don't worry if it's too complicated for you, but I was just curious to know, that's all. Jody makes a point there. Jody certainly makes a point. Oh, my apologies if I seem too silent. I'm still here. I'm still here. Do be assured. Oh, you can't type well tonight. You take care, Lottie. Ta-ta for now. Ta-ta for now. Lottie's story had a particular word, I know. But Lottie didn't realise it could have been a potentially bad word to use, or potentially dangerous. It wasn't a bad word, but it was a word that Jodie said that could be flagged or taken down by the human reviewer. Oh, will it not? It won't accept your old email address, and now you are stuck. Oh dear. Oh dear. It's quite one can always you can always create a new profile with your new email address, Wanda. It's always possible to create a new profile with your email address. With the new one, that is. Just to let you know. Oh, so, not to worry. Oh, no, don't worry, Lonnie, don't worry. I know you're a kind person. I think it was the word knife, I think it was, that got the chat worried. But don't worry. Oh, well done, you, Laurie. Well done for all that you did with your work in the forensic mental health. Yes. I thought I'd write it down for you, Wanda. I mean, taking into account your hearing difficulty, thought I'd write it down for you just to make it easier for you. That's all. But what a live stream it's been. The continuation regarding the talk on finishing up the story of the fantasized daydream I had. You take care, Laurie, and hopefully see you in the next live stream. But certainly has this been quite the fun and interesting live stream. Obviously, as I said earlier on, the continuation and finishing up the fantasized daydream story that I had. You know, embarrassed me as it did. Thought it was worth sharing. Yeah, I can imagine, yeah. But thank you all for taking time, for taking your valuable time in watching this very late nighter. I mean, the previous one was really meant to be the only one, but this is going to be the last late nighter for this month because I was only really aiming to do just one. That is, and yes, but because I couldn't get the story finished in the previous one due to internet connectivity issues, I thought I'd take the opportunity to do it in this very late nighter here. That's all. But but as lovely Wanda was asking, when's my next live stream? Inspirational live stream wise, 20th of February, 2025, 8:25 p.m. UK time. And but there is going to be a live stream before that on the 18th of February 2025, 6 p.m. UK time, just to say. So really, thank you for taking the time. This was not initially intended, but because of what happened on the previous live stream with internet connectivity issues and all that, I had little other choice than to little choice but obviously the live got disconnected. So I thought only it would be I thought it'd be right just to create a new one and get this and finish off the story and get it out there, which I did. For those of you who missed it, it will be heard and watched on the replay. So there you are. And Wanda, please don't worry about a thing. Don't worry about a thing. I'm sure I'll sort something out with lovely Sophie. But please don't worry about the certain issues that you've been running into. But obviously, in regards to one keeping in contact with me privately, it has to be done very safely, as one can imagine. But no worries at all about the hurdled obstacle. One can always sort something out. Even if it may take time, it'll something gets sorted out in the end. Oh, well done. One of the police officers lives 4 houses down from you. Well done indeed. Good question, Wanda. Just let you know, Wanda, we're going to be finishing things off. We're going to finish things off. You know, but do be assured, but thank you all indeed for watching, and we've got a next live stream happening fairly soon. But thank you really most kindly, sincerely, for taking the time in viewing this recent live stream of mine. Unexpected as it was, I only used it to get the rest of my story out. And with yes, so really, once again, utter thanks. Your time is valuable, and it must be respected. But though the next upcoming live stream is going to be obviously not one of the most amusing live streams, I thought I'd do it anyway, and you'll find out why when I do it for the 18th of February 2025, 6 p.m. UK time. And then another 2 days later, we're in for an inspirational live stream. That is. Thank you, highly. Thank you. Hope all sleeps well. Ta-ta for now, everybody. Goodbye. And may your good wishes be bring you great expectations of happiness.